Hello, my name is Mark Sassani. I'm an artist and an art teacher. I've been doing art for practically all of my life, and I've been an art teacher for 31 years. The subject matter for artists is great. There are quite a great variety of subjects for artists: people, landscapes, man's life, his faith, his work, and things of that nature. Today, I will be talking briefly about some of the paintings in my present exhibit, which is being held at the Northumberland County Career and Art Center Fine Art Gallery. This painting is titled Jet 1 Hour. It's a watercolor, one of my older watercolor paintings from the 70s. That day in the 70s when I went outside, this old dry cleaning business, which was closed down for a while, caught my eye. And as I was looking at the front of this building, the thoughts and memories of all the people who lived and worked here and their efforts that they put into it come to mind. And as I kept looking at it, the old wood and the broken shingles and the reflections in the window, they just caught my eye. And I sat there for most of the day painting this watercolor and reminiscing about the folks who were involved with this place. In this watercolor, called Storage Building, like the Jet 1 Hour painting, the whites of the building and the abstract shapes in there caught my eye. The storage building is a building used to store apples, the fruits of man's labor. And I was particularly struck by the darks against the lights. As you look into the dark windows, the crates in the window, the dark down below in the cellarway, and then the strong lights of the white building. And especially the abstract shapes and how they relate to one another. This rectangular shape down in the corner, this rectangular shape here, and the peak of that small roof, and the stairway going upstairs. And these kind of things always interest me, along with the texture and details of this old building. This watercolor, Fishing at the Bridge, was done from our cabin area on Pine Creek. By now you probably guessed that I am an Andrew Wyeth fan. The figure and the large dark abstract shape in the background reminds me of the type of thing that he would do. And of course, the jet and the storage buildings, these two white buildings, are a very common element in Andrew Wyeth's paintings. But I'm not defensive about it. At the time, these things caught my imagination, and I painted them. And in here, I always like the breakup of abstract shapes, like the large rectangular dark area in the back, and then the light area that's windowed from underneath the bridge. And then, of course, the little spots of white and foam on the water. These are all kind of things that capture my eye. Here we have another watercolor. This is General Mead's headquarters from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Here, the white of the building caught my eye again, just like the jet and the storage building. I love those white buildings, but more than that, it was the historic meaning behind this image. Here you have General Mead's headquarters, just as it was back during the Civil War. The only difference between this and the actual place now is there's a statue of General Mead up there on top of the hill, which I left out. I wanted it to look more authentic, so I left them out. Laundry and log pile. This is another watercolor. Here at our family camp, the subject matter is all over the place. The title of this piece tells you right up front what I was looking at. Even without a person in the picture, you can tell that it places man with nature. I was particularly caught by the background forest and the towels, the log pile. You can see man's influence there. I also like to work with the various details and textures that you can create with watercolor. And of course, I like to contrast lights against dark, as you see in a lot of my, especially my watercolor paintings.